Hello action figure fans, this is HammerTron here with an action figure commentary for you. This time I am commenting on the Indiana Jones Adventure series, the 6-inch series of Indiana Jones action figures by Hasbro. And we can't really talk about Hasbro without talking about some of the problems, the quality control issues that Hasbro has been having lately. Here are some pictures from some videos found on YouTube of other action figure fans who have had problems with Hasbro products lately. Here we have Pixel Dan had a problem with an action figure breaking in his hand, and let's see, we've had Dawson Rider, a big Power Rangers fan. He's had problems with the green Dino Fury Ranger, the head breaking off on 2 of the action figures, plus a foot breaking off of another one. And we also have Geek Dad Life, who had problems with some Dungeons and Dragons cartoon character action figures. Avenger broke in his hands, and Diana was missing an accessory. And another YouTuber, Toku Topics, was talking about a series of problems of Power Rangers Lightning Collection having extra accessories or missing accessories along with the action figure. And then we have Tidarium Hanger, who had a problem with getting the wrong action figure in a windowless box. So got a Diana action figure instead of a Hank action figure from the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon series. And then there's Articulated Ninja, who had a G.I. Joe classified Zorana action figure break in his hand while making a video. There are numerous other problems with these action figures. These videos all came from January and February and early 2023. This resulted from Hasbro making a series of changes. Now, in addition to increasing prices, Hasbro has decided to put all the action figures in closed boxes to get rid of the plastic. So we no longer have window packages so we can inspect the action figures, which is extremely disappointing. And I've decided not to get a single one of those. And I'm very happy I didn't, because all these problems here are based on action figures that came from those closed boxes or windowless boxes. And it looks like Hasbro decided to reduce costs further by choosing a lower quality plastic. The problem is that with the lower quality plastic, it's just not strong enough to handle the stresses of swapping heads and hands and moving the joints where things are breaking in people's hands when they're just using an action figure like they normally would. Another problem with the windowless boxes is that at the factory they can't do a quick quality control check to make sure the correct action figure is in the package or that it has all the accessories. So Hasbro has been having lots of problems, and this leads into another problem Hasbro's having, which is reduced sales. Like the Indiana Jones Adventure series, their 6-inch line is not doing well, and that's partially a result of Hasbro's decisions before, resulting in lots of problems, and people just don't want to take a chance with more Hasbro products. Here are some pictures of the Indiana Jones Adventure series action figures. It looks like the first wave along the top there, and the bottom 4 or 5 action figures seem to be store exclusives, maybe Target and Walmart store exclusives. And I do like how these action figures look. We can see there's a couple of the windowless packages, and although the pictures look nice, but if I want a picture, I'll buy a poster or a comic book. What I want to buy are action figures, so I do need a window box to see the action figure I want to buy. Alright, these look very good. I enjoyed the first 3 Indiana Jones movies. I did see the 4th one, but I don't really remember it, and I don't have any plans to see the 5th Indiana Jones movie. but I would still consider buying action figures based on characters from that movie. I do like how they look, but what I'm very worried about, especially with the windowless boxes, is I want to make sure I get all of the accessories that the action figures are supposed to come with, plus all of the build and artifact pieces. I don't want to have anything missing. I also want to see the action figures to make sure the paint job is good enough so they look good on display. And I'm especially worried about the quality of plastic, because I do intend to take my action figures out of the packaging and bend the joints and put them in different poses. So I do like the selection of characters, and although these are characters maybe in suits, so not the most exciting, but I already have action figures from other lines. You know, superhero, supervillain action figures, military type action figures, robots, cyborgs, monsters. So it's nice to have a few relatively normal looking characters so I can put them in displays and dioramas as the people being caught in the middle of battles between forces beyond their imagination, things like that. But it's a nice group of action figures. They certainly look nice, but it's too bad they're in windowless boxes. Here are some pictures of the latest wave of Indiana Jones action figures to be revealed. I think these were revealed at the end of June in 2023, and these look pretty good. There is a picture of a windowless box next to each of the action figures. I'm just not happy about the windowless box. To be clear, I'm just not going to buy these. I want to go to the store and look at the action figure in a window box to make sure it has all the accessories, to make sure it looks good. And I also want some assurances that the quality of the plastic is high enough for me to be able to handle the action figure. But they certainly look good. So they've handled that part pretty well, where they make very nice looking action figures. Nice group of characters. On the top right is the Grail Knight from the Last Crusade, and that's an especially cool action figure. With that action figure, I would be putting that with some Dungeons and Dragons or fantasy settings, because he's a knight wearing chainmail and he has a sword, so a very useful action figure for a variety of scenes. The two action figures on the lower right side, those look like characters from the new movie Dial of Destiny, and although I have no interest in seeing the movie, I would buy these action figures because they would be useful as civilian characters in different displays or scenes or dioramas. The three action figures on the left side from top to bottom, those are characters from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and they certainly look like good action figures. They'd be great for an Indiana Jones display, or I could mix them up with some other action figure lines as civilian type characters. So they certainly look nice. It's just very disappointing that Hasbro would put them in windowless boxes after increasing prices and cutting costs by using lower quality plastic. I don't know if they're using lower quality plastic on these action figures, but I'm just not willing to take that chance, and it seems like many other people are not willing to take that chance based on Hasbro's problems with Dungeons and Dragons, Power Rangers, Lightning Collection, G.I. Joe Classified, and maybe some other lines. So the molds look good. If Hasbro can re-release these action figures in proper window boxes with an assurance of high quality plastic, they can salvage the situation and maybe turn their sales around, but until then, I'm just not touching them. This is a sample of what I have. This is why Hasbro needs to be listening to me and other fans and customers. We have the money to buy the product, and the product will meet our standards, or we will not buy the product. So what we need are window boxes. We need windows on the packages so we can see the action figures that we're buying. We need high quality plastic so that the action figures can stand up to being bent or having the heads or hands swapped or whatever other features these action figures have. We also need good distribution. The exclusives might be good for the stores, but it's no fun for the fans, collectors, and customers. It makes it hard for us to buy the action figures that we would like to buy. We need sufficient quantities so that we can all get what we want. Otherwise, if we can't get the whole collection, why bother collecting at all? And we need reasonable prices. Hasbro increased the prices at the same time as removing plastic from the packaging, which led to some problems where people get the wrong figure in the package from the factory. It doesn't take into account some people who buy an action figure, swap the action figure, and return it. I don't know why they would do that, but apparently people have done that. They were doing that before with the window boxes, but now they're probably doing it way more often with the closed windowless boxes, and that's just no fun for the rest of us. And finally, we don't want to hear any more about this pronouns nonsense from Hasbro. The only time we want to talk about pronouns is when we're talking about English grammar. Alright, thank you for watching my rant about Hasbro and a suggestion for how Hasbro can turn their situation around by re-releasing the action figures with high quality plastic in window boxes at low prices and no more exclusives. That will turn their sales around. They might be able to salvage the situation. If they keep going the way they're going, they won't be able to get any sales even if they do make the correct changes. Anyway, thank you for watching my ranting. Please like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think about what Hasbro has been doing, let me know what you think about the Indiana Jones action figures, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future action figure reviews and also commentary and occasional rants. See you next time, action figure fans. Bye.